All right. Welcome back. Hope everyone's doing okay. Um, let's see. how should we start today's intro? It's $1 million question of the day. The baby's finally napping. Let's put it like that. That's a good way to start the intro. After what? How many of these are recorded? Oh, some coffee. How many of these I've already recorded? I finally got her to take a nap. Hopefully she stays asleep long enough for me to upload these episodes onto the BoobTube or YouTube. I like to call it BoobTube. Don't ask why. Anyways, um, God, that coffee feels so good on my throat. For those of you who don't know, I apologize if I sound weird. I'm coming out of a viral infection that the baby gave me because of she got it from daycare. I lost my voice. Now I'm getting my voice back. Now on my free time, I can make all these little videos for you guys. Hopefully, I can get enough done today to where I can post one up today and schedule the rest for the rest of the week. Fingers crossed we can get all that done today. If not, I'll try and start getting back to rolling and back to posting up again tomorrow, or start scheduling on starting for tomorrow. If you're wondering why I have so much free time now, go back and check out my other videos, and you'll see where I'm coming from. I'm unemployed right now, going through all the steps to get through all that, get done, so I can keep going and hopefully take care of bills and whatnot, and keep cranking along life and baby steps. Thank you to all those that support the channel and support these videos, and hopefully you guys subscribe. Not saying I'm not trying to make this a full-time thing, but for the time being, while things are going on, I can at least do this while I'm not currently working, and until I can get my feet properly evaluated and in quotation mark fixed, repaired, whatever is needed for my feet. Um, but yeah, as always, I do mention I am not sponsored by DC Comics. I am just using the DC Universe Infinite app. Um, it's my go-to app for right now for making these videos. Later down the road, if we start doing, manga, manhwa, and Marvel Comics, we'll try and find other outlets to read those as well. Um, but yeah, let's get into it. We're getting into Action Comics issue number 12. This was in May 1939. One thing I would like to point out, it's got interesting little Superman logo. Sorry. We got interesting little Superman logo. It's the same one that DCU or DC Studios is using right now, or some of the fashion of right now for their movies and TV and whatnot. If you don't know who that is, it's run by Peter Safran and James Gunn. But the other thing I want to note on this cover is that we see Zatara. If you don't know who Zatara is, taking time to do a bit of research. I don't know if he's going to be in this issue completely, but I do know he is the father of Zatanna, and we do know who Zatanna is. She's very popular in magic and whatnot. But yeah, let's jump in. Superman by Jerry Siegel and Joe Shuster. Sorry, leaving over towering buildings, rending steel in his bare hands, lifting incredible weights high overhead, and impervious to bullets because of unbelievable tough skin racing at a speed hitherto witnessed by mortal eyes. These are miraculous feats of strength which assist Superman in his one-man battle against the forces of evil and oppression. Citing a crowd before the Daily Star building, Clark Kent newspaper reporter investigates what happened. Someone's been hit by a reckless driver. Was he a friend of yours? Good Lord, Charlie Martin dead. Clark telephones the city's mayor. Why has our city one of the worst traffic situations in the country? It's really too bad, but what can anyone do about it? Later in the privacy of his apartment, Clark Kent dons a strange uniform, transforming himself into the dynamic Superman. I, for one, am going to do plenty about it. Ow. I got like a weird kink in my neck. Without a moment's hesitation, Superman dives through his apartment window out into an empty void of space. Seizing a flagpole, with one outthrust arm, he swings and alters the direction of his leap. Down he hurls to the roof of a radio station. WVUX. Don't mind me. Locks the door. Impossible. There's a program being broadcast. Sorry, but you asked for it. Get out of here. You can't. Beat it. And tell that control engineer that if he shuts me off the air, I'll make a beeline for his gizzard. Gizzard. Attention citizens of this city. A warning for Superman. Pay close heed. The audio instant death rate of this community is one that should shame us all. It's constantly rising due entirely to the reckless driving and inefficiency. More people have been killed needlessly by autos than died during the World War. From this moment on, I declare war on reckless drivers. Henceforth, homicidal drivers answer to me. We've got him trapped. Rush him. Farewell. Wheeling swiftly, Superman leaps at the wall and crashes through. Now to visit the county jail. Down swoops Superman toward the great lot where autos of traffic violators are temporarily stored. It's about time for my daily exercise. Leaving at the mast cars, Superman commences to systematically smash and tear them to a pulp. Yes, sir, I think I'm going to enjoy this private little war. Stop him, somebody. He's wrecking the place. I'm going to backtrack a little bit. Okay. Thorough job, I must say. Superman leaps off, followed by pistol shots. Careful, you're liable to hurt someone. Shortly later, before a used car lot, which sells completely dilapidated autos. Oh, you're going for a good second-hand car? Cheap? Yes, for several. Laid on. Now here's a real bargain, a trifle ancient, but really excellent. Yeah, for a wreck. So what's the idea of coming here just to sell my cars? You call these cars, they're nothing but accidents looking for a place to happen. If they weren't so dangerous, they'd actually be funny. What? Sorry if this is tough on your pocketbook, but I'm saving the lives to be saved. Into the mast cars wade Superman, repeating his earlier performances. Next stop for these wrecks, the junk pile. From all corners of the city, word pours into the headquarters concerning Superman's onslaughts. He destroyed your autos. We'll send a man out. We're receiving too many complaints to take care of all of them. Sorry, all available police cruisers are looking for Superman. Send down a squad at once. Someone threw my car up on my garage. Russian policeman here at once. There's a man under my bed. It's Superman, I hope. In the mayor's private office, you either have these outrages stopped within 24 hours or so resign your position as police chief. Good grief, sir. We're all doing what we can, but look what we're up against. One single man, yes, but what a man. Meanwhile, atop large skyscraper, Superman keeps a sharp outlook for traffic violators. Oh, here comes a customer. Down the road hurls a machine on the wrong side of the road, weaving in and out wildly as cars approach. Whoopee! Hick, some fun. Springing down, squarely into the onrushing auto pass, Superman crouches for the attack. Come and get it. Seizing the car in the grip of steel, Superman halts it in its tracks and hoists it overhead. Alley-oop! Holding the machine high above him, the man of steel races along the wrong side of the road. Think I'll give this dope a small notion of what he's tempting. As man approaches, Superman hurdles them. Leapfrog is a lot of fun. No fooling. Hope heaven preserve me. I swear I won't drink no more. Here goes. And just like a birdie, Superman alights on a nearby bridge with scarcely ajar. Sorry. Fainted, I guess. Next time he drives, if he ever does again, he'll leave the liquor alone. Suddenly from behind, Superman hears the sound of a powerful motor. What? and it hits him. It hits Skip Driver. Stop, you've hit someone. Stop, nothing. I'm getting away from here. That rat deserves a lesson he'll never forget. Easily overtaking the car, Superman takes one mighty spring and lands within the rear of the car. It's him. No, it's his ghost. You left my crew's crush body back there and twisted and broken. I'll haunt you as long as you drive recklessly. Do you hear? I'll haunt you. No, no. Superman springs from the hurling car to the pavement. Ho ho, there's one guy who'll drive more carefully from now on. Shortly later, the Man of Steel swoops down from the skies toward the Bates Motor Company's great factory. This is one task I'll particularly enjoy. How, and calm yourself, Mr. Bates, have you ever received visitors before? Statistics show that the automobile you manufacture is involved in most accidents. Why? Just bad luck, that's all. You lie. It's because you use inferior metals, parts so to make higher profits at the cost of human lives. And supposing that did happen to be the case, what could you do about it? Just watch and see. Gleefully, Superman runs amok, destroying the factory's manufacturing equipment. He's ruining a fortune, and who will stop him? Someone. Why don't you try yourself? Nice little panel right here. Employees rush from factory, terrified. Run for your lives. He's wrecking the place. I might as well make this a thorough job. After Superman concludes his work, a radio station, WVUX. Are you finished? Yeah, it's good as new again. Hello, gentlemen. Glad to be back. Later this day, a man possessing gigantic strength broke into the studio and brought us a warning that I'll take it from here. Just thought I'd drop in, folks, and remind you that I'm dead earnest. Later, as Superman races through the air, now there's a real sight, a policeman arresting a speedster. But what Superman's accurate hearing eavesdrops upon a moments later is displeasing to the Man of Steel. Here's a $10 bill. Tear up that ticket. Gee, just as the officer is about to accept the bill, he cites Superman's figure. My gosh, it's Superman, the guy who's warring on reckless driving. I better think fast. Try to buy me, will you? Wait until the judge hears of this. A few minutes later, curve dangerous ahead. They say that a straight line is the shortest distance between 2 points. Let's see if that's really true. In a few seconds, Superman eliminates the dangerous curve entirely. Drive straight through, gentlemen, with my compliments. And it got waved. In Mayor's private office, I wash my hands of the entire mess. Hundreds of officers, and all incapable of stopping the mad course of one hoodlum. But what can we do? What can we out? Wow, why did I ever run for office in the first place? Top of a nearby building, there he goes. Some buzz. I suddenly got my money's worth when I bought this car. No other can compete with it for speed. Who? What? Move over. Let me have that wheel. You're breaking the law, sir. So you like speed, eh? Okay, you'll get it. You're mad. With Superman pressing the accelerator to the limit, the car speeds faster and faster. Oh, look at that. 90 miles an hour. Stop. Do you want to kill us? Why not? You didn't worry much about killing others. Others, what do you mean? By not seeing to it that the speed laws were strictly enforced, you doomed many to death. Superman leaps from the speeding car, Mayor imprisoned under his arms. Hold me tight, I'll fall. Don't worry, I won't have any such luck. Down plummets Superman to a window on the side of a building. Why, this is the morgue. I know it, Locke. Look into the window. The bodies of auto victims maimed horrible. They are men you killed. They're not a pretty sight, but what can I do about it? You can see to it that traffic laws are strictly obeyed and that driving permits are issued only to responsible drivers. You show me this from a viewpoint I never saw before. I swear I'll do all in my power to see that traffic rules are rigidly enforced by the police. Later in his apartment, Superman again assumes the identity of Clark Kent reporter. I hope things will improve now. I wonder how long it will take the mayor to go into action. Within the editorial offices of the Daily Star, but I got here just as soon as I could. Here the mayor starts a great traffic improvement drive and I can't find you to cover the story. Get down to the city hall right away. Yes, I own this car. Why? I've got a little gift for you. I took it for parking in the wrong place. You can't get away with that stuff in this town anymore, buddy. Mayor's orders. You can't do this to me. Hooray, it worked. All right, well, let's start off by saying, we got another filler episode. I hate to say it. I hate to say it. I have nothing bad to say about this issue. It just feels like another filler episode. I don't know. It just feels like we're dealing with everyday problems with Superman, but there is a message to it, which is a good thing because I do like a message that's given to an issue. And this one is just, about drive safety, driving safely, drinking and driving, speeding. I don't know if they had seatbelts back then. I don't think they did, but manufacturers do on the cheap way and charging people high prices when there's no safety behind the wheel being made at the manufacturer. Stuff like that. Cutting corners just so they can make a quick buck. Yeah, overall, because it has a good message about driving safely and drive safety, um, and whatnot, I'll probably give this a 4 star because of the message of the issue. Overall, though, it's still a filler episode. So, I mean, for the story, I'm giving it 2 to 3 stars, but for the message, I'm giving it a 4 star. Just like the ones with the kids where he destroyed the town just to get the apartments made. That was a mid story, but the message behind the story was, you know, a higher tier or top tier. You know what I mean? Um, it's definitely something that to this day still happens. When something still happens to this day, I feel like the message, like this for instance, and the poor kids issue. When there's an issue that to this day it's still relatable, it's definitely gets a higher tier review in my personal opinion. It's definitely well deserved because like I said, it's still fucking happening. Excuse my French, but it's still fucking happening. You still have poor people, you know, living in bad settings, and which creates, as I mentioned before in a previous video, thieves and murderers and whatnot. And this one, you have drinking and driving, driver safety, speeding, and a whole bunch of other things that even that could cause deaths and whatnot and injuries. So I mean, to this day, it's still relatable, and definitely deserves a good review in that aspect. So overall, as I mentioned before, 2 to 3 stars for the story, 4 stars for the message. Um, it was definitely a little bit more interesting this time around. Granted, for the mid story, but the message was more interesting and more appreciative. Um, but as I always say, I hope you guys enjoy this read along review. I hope things are going well in your life. I hope your day's going well. I hope your week's getting better. If not, you're more than welcome to reach out to me about anything you want to talk about. I'm an open book. If you're comfortable being an open book with me, no problem to it. As always, thank you for supporting the channel and this time of my free time and this time of need of all the support I can get mentally and emotionally. And I'm hoping to get things back on track soon. But yeah, see you guys in the next one. Peace.